Hello. In this brief video, we will introduce lateral reading, a strategy that you can use to evaluate information you find online. You have access to more information now than at any other point in human history, by quite a large margin. While this explosion of information promises to be transformative and empowering, it also complicates how we find and evaluate information, especially online. In this video, we'll introduce lateral reading, a strategy used by professional fact-checkers to save time, energy, and attention when evaluating unfamiliar web sources. Before you spend time and energy reading any information on an unfamiliar website, stop and ask yourself, who or what is behind this information that I'm seeing? Why was this created in the first place? In other words, we're trying to understand the context surrounding this work. We do this by opening new browser tabs and reading laterally or side to side across the web. Wikipedia, trusted news sources that you are familiar with, and online fact-checking sites and tools can help us put unfamiliar content into a broader social, political, and economic context. How about a concrete example? The following ad about synthetic meat ran during the 2020 Super Bowl and presented millions of viewers with an unfamiliar website.
Your word is methylcellulose.
Can you please define that?
At the end of the ad, viewers were directed to cleanfoodfacts.com, and it was stated that the ad had been paid for by the Center for Consumer Freedom. Before we waste time and attention on evaluating the Center for Consumer Freedom's website or publications or ads, and before we even look at the information found on cleanfoodfacts.com, let's see what the open web has to say using lateral reading. A Wikipedia search for Center for Consumer Freedom reveals that, in addition to changing their name recently, the organization represents the interests of restaurant and food industries and was founded by Richard Berman. A web search for Richard Berman reveals that he has extensive ties to the alcohol, tobacco, and restaurant industries, and we find a CBS News piece that refers to him as Dr. Evil. In fact, Berman's own website notes that he has been referred to as the industry's weapon of mass destruction. Now that we've read laterally across the web to get a fuller idea of who is funding cleanfoodfacts.com, we can go back and evaluate the actual information that they're publishing. While we cannot immediately tell if synthetic meat is good or bad or great or terrible by looking at this organization or their ads, we can begin to understand why the restaurant or food industries might want to deter the public from buying or consuming synthetic meats. So the next time that you find yourself on an unfamiliar website or news source, remember lateral reading will save you time, attention, and effort as you navigate the web. Thank you for watching this video. If you need more information or have any questions, you can call, text, email, or chat with a librarian today.